I'm very pleased to be joined with here today on Primetime Local News with Aaron Pritchett and Raymond Muscle. And we're talking about their new song called Still You Breathe, which is about organ donation. And of course, very fitting for it to be released on Green Shirt Day, April 7th. So gentlemen, I want to start with talking about the song itself and the inspiration behind it.
So I was approached Thanksgiving weekend of last year to just help this lady named Sheila Moore put together some music and a voice for a song that she was working on. And one thing led to another. We ended up pretty much rewriting all of it. I wrote music for it, and so we put it together, and we came up with what we thought was a pretty good message for organ donation awareness, and essentially a thank you from recipient to the donor. And then when I asked Aaron if he would consider producing this for me, he said absolutely. And then was I a little bit more with a little bit more trepidation, I asked him if he would consider singing on it. And he said absolutely.
And yeah, it was one of those situations where Ray told me what this was for and what the purpose of the song was. It's not just a song; it's a message, and obviously widespread awareness, bringing widespread awareness to organ donation, tissue transplant, etc. And it was an easy one to choose. And thanks for asking me, Ray.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it was a huge honor to see that.
What's the hope for both of you when people hear this song? And of course, the late Logan Boulay started this movement with getting people to become organ donors. So what's your outlook for the song when people hear it?
Oh, for me, definitely, yeah. This song was inspired by a guy who had received a double lung transplant. And it's just his gratitude that really struck me. And I thought, this simple thing, a simple thing like a song, can make a big difference in how aware people become of this. Because even though I've been an organ donor since organ donor became a thing, I wasn't as acutely aware of just how big it is until we got into this. And it's really a remarkable thing.
Yeah, especially when you see the effects of organ donation. And I think what happened was when Logan Boulay, for example, passed along his 6 organs after he had succumbed to his injuries. It really brought a lot of awareness and, to the forefront of Canadian society, especially. For me, I've been an organ donor since as long as you could have a driver's license. And I remember the first time I did, I thought, well, I guess, yeah, I suppose, if I don't really fully understand it, but sure. And it wasn't until years later where I kind of understood what organ donation and tissue donation and transplant is all about. And especially hearing the stories now since I've become a part of the song, but also just in general since the Humboldt Broncos bus crash 3 years ago. Man, what a huge thing for everybody to do. And it is in your passing, and you leave a legacy, but you also help save lives, which is super important. And I think this song typifies all of that. And because Morris, or Mo Irvine, was the one who received the double lung transplant, and for him to have that experience and then be able to say, I can breathe again, which he never could for a long, long time. His breathing was really, really tough. So this is a huge song, and organ transplant and tissue transplant is something that I think everybody should be a part of.
Now, I understand sales from this song are going to be going somewhere. So talk about where some of those proceeds are going to go towards.
Yeah, portions of the proceeds will go to varied organizations, including, like we have the Heart and Kidney Foundation, all of the different, there are so many different organ donation entities out there, and all of them can use the help. So part of these proceeds are going to go to that. And however, we don't even really have a strict template yet as to how we're going to distribute, but that's what we're going to do with it.
And lastly, where can people go buy the song if they want to purchase it?
Right now, it's available on Spotify. If it's not today, it will be very soon available on many different download sites,
Platform, yeah.
iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, all over the place. There are many of them. I believe we counted 23 or 24 that it's gone to.
Aaron and Raymond, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much for joining us today. Still You Breathe is out now to purchase as well as listen on all major streaming platforms. Gentlemen, thank you so much.